What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Well, I mean, welcome back to an episode that's been 3 months in the making.
This one's gonna be a good one. We've already been working on it for a while. No, not really.
Let's get into it though. All right, so first off, Kyle, obviously we haven't been posting on YouTube in 3 months, three, 4 months, yeah, something like that. But we have been on YouTube, so we've been keeping track. But what do we got here? We got a Nile about to jump out.
We got a Nile. Careful with his movements, but yeah. So we have Niles jumping out. But if you guys notice, these Niles are smaller, and there's a lot. Well, that's the jerk. We gotta watch that one. But these guys, there's a lot less, and they're smaller because. Sorry,
here they come.
Because these are the runts of that big group. So if you notice, all the ones that were in here are out.
So where are those at?
Soon. They are up and around, and we will see
up
them
and
soon.
around.
So these guys are really living at large, as you guys can see. You know, there's 4 small Nile crocodiles in here in this big enclosure, 5 foot deep. The big shallow section too. So they got a ton of room over there. So that's exciting. That's exciting. That's a great update, and that's what we're shooting for everything with here. You know, having a ton of room for every single animal, and definitely achieving it there. So elevated walkway. We got Gatorade. There he is, chilling out.
Yeah, he's just sprawled.
Yeah, he always does that sprawl. I mean, that's the cool thing about the summer evenings walking around is they'll come out, because everyone thinks Crocs and Gators love the heat. No, they don't. You know, you get the heat of the summer, and they are like, screw this, I'm gonna be in the water. Come on, bub. Oh, yes. That was a great gallop, girl. Oh, yes.
Jeez.
That was a great gallop. Look at that. But also, guys, with the summer heat, you get a lot of excitement from the crocodiles. Too far, too far. A lot of excitement, very food motivated, very hungry all the time. But you get awesome galloping. So evenings are cool because it's cooler. The crocs are out, including the pies. So here's the 2. They are getting big, growing length and width, and getting along still. So that is the biggest achievement with them, is getting along and hopefully breeding next year.
Yeah, hopefully we can prove this out.
You know, that would be incredible to produce these. As I've been telling pretty much everybody, I don't want to breed anything unless I really want to, like this project, which is like super unique, or if there's true conservation purposes, like they can actually go back in the wild and there actually needs to be an insurance colony, just so it doesn't end up in some random dude's basement, you know?
Yeah, and the pies, I mean, worst case scenario, you'll just keep them all.
Yeah, heck yeah. I'll build another property just for pies. So these are the Niles, guys. So this is, you can see they got quite the upgrade, because they went from, what is that, 35 by 20 to 60 by 50?
Yeah, so they have a ton of room. And as you can see, guys, the water is green on the surface. That's just because we're in summer right now, and it sometimes clogs the drain.
Not only that, Ryan, we have had a super dry year, guys. And what's awesome about these ponds is the water is not green itself. Like you can see, it's brown, like just a normal natural water coloration. But it doesn't get green like you see, like, you know, if you have a pool in the summer, you don't put chlorine, it'll get green. It's not like that. But with the lack of rain, we get the algae on top. And what's crazy, guys, is like if you come out after a rainstorm, the pond looks like it had like a filtration, like crazy filtration system ran on it, because it's like crystal clear after a rainstorm. So that's the biggest thing, guys, is we just have not had very much rain at all. Super dry here. Honestly, it seems like the whole freaking east coast of the United States has been super dry too. So we get green, but also, guys, with that too is, again, always perfecting, always trying to make it better. Looking into filtration systems that will combat that. So no matter if we do get rain or don't get rain, it'll be nice and clean. We really don't get that on the smaller ponds. It's mostly on the big ponds that you see this big algae build up, because they can usually deal with it pretty quickly on the smaller ones, but just by swimming around. What's up, ladies? She sees it.
She doesn't like it. That's Gatorade, not Crocodile.
Oh yeah.
She's like, that's not my brand.
But these guys they're doing well. We're keeping an eye on that female. That's definitely the lowest on the totem pole in here. You can see these girls are big, fat, and happy. She's still holding weight. She's still eating well. So if she ever went off food, then we'd pull her and move her and put her somewhere else. Because that's the biggest indicator, is when there's a real big issue, is when they stop eating. But she's eating great. She's with everyone. She's always in the water. If they're out of the water, off in the corner, not eating, losing weight quick, that's the biggest indicator that you got to do something about it.
Look at this enclosure, guys. You have not seen this before. Now this is for some tortoises.
Yeah, so most likely this will be great for juvenile, subadult, aldabras, galops. I don't want to put sulcatas in here just because they'll destroy it, because that's what sulcatas do. You know, it's amazing that people still breed them just because they are the most destructive.
They're living tanks.
They're literally like the worst tortoise species ever to own in the pet trade, and they decided to make that like the tortoise. But so this is awesome. I was gonna put cherry heads in here, just redfoots in general, but it gets a little bit too much sun, and I don't want too many trees, big trees here. We got plenty of other spaces for cherry heads and redfoots that are much more shaded. So I thought we'd do the shading in some parts, even though that
that tree has seen better days.
What is that again? Wax myrtle. That's a wax myrtle. That one is not looking too good. So yeah, Ryan, why aren't you watering that thing?
I'll get right on it.
Okay, thank you. Make it rain. This is, as you can see, the Cuban area. You got Munchkin there. There's a big girl back there.
Hey, Munchkin.
This is the jumper. So what's cool is there's like a little slot over there that Munchkin actually goes back and forth from the two different groups.
And this area, you're gonna leave how it is right now for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll obviously redo this fencing, make it more secure. Even though it's been holding steady for 8 years, it's in need of an upgrade. So we'll definitely upgrade that just to make it more secure. But yeah, like you said, Ryan, we'll probably keep it natural still. I'm not afraid to have a couple ponds that we can really still get in there and maintain them, especially with the excavator now. So it'll be a lot easier. But yeah, they'll stay the way they are, nice and natural.
Do you want to touch on your plan here? Because obviously you can see now we have the largest, extra largest. Yep. We've got mediums to my right. And then you got this whole area where the Cubans are. I mean, you got a pretty big field. I mean, since we haven't been on YouTube in like 4 months, we haven't really told people what's going on here at the facility. Like, what are we?
We're shutting down.
Yeah,
we
completely
bankrupt. Done. We lost our permit. We're giving away everything. No, we're clearing this whole thing out. There's Joker, one of my first rescue alligators. What's up, buddy? Be good, be good.
All right,
but
so
he's got Gatorade's old enclosure. So yeah, but this will be all cleared out. This space will be completely cleared out so we can have events here, just yeah, host whatever.
It'll be like a big open level field.
Yes, exactly.
In the center of all the crocs.
Exactly. Just keep it nice and clean, and just have a space, like I said, to hold events, and then space to grow. You know, it's nice that we just kind of have, we'll work with what we built and see what we need and want, and build from there.
So then, but when we get open to the public or private tours, this whole area is going to be open. You don't have to do anything here before we get open.
Correct.
Okay.
So this is just going to be cleared, make it a nice big field, keep it super mowed. Yeah.
So I think there's gonna be some excited people on here, because once we finish up what we're working on now, we're pretty much ready to boogie.
Yeah, I am still shooting for the end of this year. Ryan, you probably think I'm crazy. You probably think end of next year. But
2024.
2024, thanks. Wait, 2024? That's 2 years.
Hey, with you. Rip it all up. Oh, hold on, we got a croc here. So there is little Miss Ugly. That is the mother to all the female salties.
Why is that her name?
Well, have you seen her face?
Yeah, okay.
No.
Okay, well, she looks great from here.
Yeah, this
She's
is a great
beautiful.
angle.
Little Miss Butterface.
But these enclosures are doing good. You can see, guys, they're starting to get a little long, so we'll have to get in there and figure something out to maintain that grass, right?
We mowed that, what, less than 4 weeks ago?
Less than
and
4
it's
weeks ago. Yeah.
So I'm kicking around, possibly just doing sand like I've done at the 5 ponds, just have a big grass patch that you can easily just mow instead of weed whack so close to the pond. Yeah, we'll, again, trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. So what's next? There's a little
sneak peek. Yeah. So these guys are doing good. This is the Philippines.
That is a straight jungle in there.
Yeah, guys, I don't know if you could tell through the fence, but that's a weed. That's not a tree. That wasn't planted there.
No.
But they haven't seen the smalls.
Nope.
That's one thing. And then the greenhouse hasn't really been touched yet. That's probably the last thing we'll do. Yeah, 2027.
Come on.
But as you can see here, guys, this is all nudie. Wow, look how far that goes.
Yeah, wow.
And look at all that grass. Gotta love summer in Florida.
I swear this wasn't even here yesterday, honestly. So these are the smalls. What's cool about this, guys, is if you see chain link here, that is because there is going to be Chinese alligators here. So we actually have, hopefully Gecko will grace us with her presence, but she is an adult female Chinese alligator. We're gonna put the male we've had for a long time here, the female here, and you can see we have guillotine doors on either side. So if you know she's ready to breed, we'll open the doors for the male in here. And the beauty of it too is, like, you know, I'd hate for the male to be chasing her, or she wants to just get away and she comes to this end and she's stuck. So that's why I have guillotines on both doors. So when they're together, they can still separate if they want to.
That's pretty nifty. And then you got the wire here, guys. So all you gotta do is yank up. It's on a dolly system. And then this will clip down so you can leave it open.
Exactly.
So it's real nice and simple. And it's not a whole lot of stuff that can go wrong because it's just pulling on a string.
You can see, she was there.
You guys can't see it.
Was there. Maybe she'll, if we sneak around back.
And how many of these do you got for the people? Yeah, I'll never be able to see her.
Come on.
Okay, guys, can you tell there's a...
We need a new camera.
That's a broad snouted caiman right there.
Right there.
Right there. And we are going to get a new camera. We have one. We'll get to it.
I fed her yesterday.
Yeah, she ain't coming out.
She said, no thanks.
But there's 11 of this size small.
Yes, 11 of these for freshwater crocodiles, broad-sounding crocodiles, Chinese crocodiles.
Chinese alligators, Chinese crocodiles. What the hell?
Let's see if you catch on. But yes, so all little guys will be in these enclosures.
And then you have 2 different ones at the end.
Yes, these are for Osteolaemus because...
So this will give you guys a better view that's uninterrupted by that chain link. So you can see there's plants, grass, pond, and then you got some bigger ones down here, which again, these are so this is the small here. These are the same size, except they have an additional 10 feet of grass, of land space.
Yep.
But everything else is the same size, so you can see here, guys. And do you want to tell them why you did that?
Yeah, so from my experience when I went to West Africa, Ivory Coast in 2015, it was crazy to see the Osteolaemus, the African dwarf crocodile, roaming around at night. So like straight up just like roaming through the forest. So I wanted to kind of provide a really expansive land area so at night they can really roam around. A lot of the other species that I've noticed, like even the Chinese alligator, the broad snout, they'll hang right on the bank, and then, you know, when someone comes by, they'll just shoot in the water. I rarely ever see them really moving around on the grass area. But these guys certainly will utilize every inch of this place.
Yeah, this is awesome. And then you didn't build feeding platforms, you built feeding steps.
Yeah, like a
feeding step.
Yeah.
That's the feeding platform, guys. So which is good because these are small animals and small enclosures, so you can lean right over.
That's all you need. Get the little fat butts out of the water, then you can feed them down here. Get them to jump. Just essentially a unobstructed viewable area. Wow, now you made that really complicated.
That was much.
Unobstructable viewing area. Yep, that's it.
Try it again. And then, guys, this is gonna be a behind the scenes area. Yes. So you guys will actually be walking between the greenhouse and these smalls. That building there is gonna be gone. These ponds here are gonna be gone. So that's all gonna be leveled. I'm not gonna tell you what's going there yet. But this is what it is. Let's hop over to the new construction site over there.
So over here, we got the introduction enclosures. So we sealed them. We did like essentially like a pool material, like a gunite. So it really sealed each pond from the other. Because again, this is quarantine and just want to make sure it's biosecure.
Have we shown this yet?
I don't know.
I don't think we have.
At all?
I don't think we have at all.
Well, these are introduction enclosures.
Yeah. They're still getting worked on, but yeah.
These are the introduction enclosures. So these will be introducing animals together as the name states. So what that'll mean is we will do chain link down the middle, land areas on either side, a guillotine door down the back, front, one or the other. And
the water be dropped, so this isn't the level. And
we'll have chain link on the front. And we'll put a pair of animals in there together and they can see each other, smell each other, hear each other, whatever. So they'll be next to each other. They can get used to each other's presence without grabbing each other. And if they pass all their tests, initially we'll open the guillotine door, let them go together. And if they pass that test, then they go to one of the natural enclosures. So there'll be that area, and then this will be the big introduction area because obviously we're going to be putting groups of 3, 4, or more together, and this will be broken into 4 separate areas. So same principle, just with 4 enclosures that they can see each other.
Yeah, essentially 4 corners. So there's me chain link down the center,
yep, chain link down the middle,
both sides,
and then guillotine doors, so each one can pretty much connect to one another. Yeah, so there's 2 of these. The big ones, and then there's 4 of the smaller ones.
And then you got this area, which is pretty different than last time you guys saw it, if we've ever showed you this. I think we have, but...
Yeah, so you guys will actually be viewing, well, you can probably view from both sides, but this will be a cool view because what I'm going to do is, watch the little grasshopper. I'm going to build this up 1.5 feet. So this will just be like a normal railing height, and then you can look down into this enclosure. So there's 4,000 gallon tub, which is 14 feet by 8 feet by 4 foot deep. Huge tub. And then there's a land area as well, a natural sandy bottom. And yeah, this will be great for like just holding area, quarantine area, anything. You know,
babies.
Just, what?
Babies.
Oh, I thought you said Hades.
Well, Hades too. This is
oh my.
I think we talked about it. Hades going in that. It's getting a nice big enclosure.
It's not in the budget.
Yeah.
We're out.
And then over here, guys, we have some more tubs, which these are the 750 gallon tubs, which there's going to be how many of these?
17.
17 of this size.
So these will be, you know, flushed through every 2 to 3 hours, you know, multiple times a day. So these will be super clean. These are just for little guys. So once they're like, you know, pretty much established that they're eating, they're growing, they go outside. And, you know, that's the biggest thing is just getting them outside, letting them enjoy the natural sunlight. And, you know, even with this, they'll be heated in the winter, so they'll be fine in the winter, laying out every day. And this
there's gonna be 10 of these, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's 10 tubs. I might save one for like quarantine, like super quarantine. I know I have a lot of quarantine.
There's a lot of quarantine.
But yeah, so we have 10 of these, and then we're actually gonna get more tubs. Why does that tub look lower than that tub? Oh God. Oh God.
It looks about the same.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. But yeah, so there's 10 of these, and then we're probably gonna get more bigger tubs. Same size as this, just shallower, but honestly, guys, shipping quotes are astronomical. I'm about to drive out to where? Where was it again?
I think Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yes. I'm about to drive out to Wisconsin and get these tubs. Because they're huge. They're like this big, just shallower.
Yeah. And I mean, the tubs themselves are like, just for you guys to have reference, like $2,000. The shipping was like $8,000.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous amount. Ridiculous.
And then what's over here? So right now it's just a big flat open area.
Yep.
But this will be something.
Yes, and they are starting on this tomorrow, I believe. So this is actually going to be like the big, that sounded weird, I was going to say big baby area. But I guess it actually is. So like when you have the groups of the salties where there's like a lot of them, this is going to be big natural enclosures. So there'll be sheep pile walls, but the ponds themselves will honestly just be natural because the little guys don't dig like the big ones do. So we'll just dig it out and you know, have 2 ponds in each enclosure. So again, visual barriers, separate ponds.
And how many enclosures?
I think we're going to do like 8 of them, 6 or 8, and then we're going to have smaller ones that are half the size because these are going to be huge. I mean, even like cut it in half, and they're still gonna be probably like 20 foot long by, I think, 15 foot wide.
Wow.
And then, oh no, 20 foot wide. And then we're gonna do smaller ones. Well, those are the small ones. I'm jumping all around.
Jumping all around. So what? Okay. Which one? Just tell me which one Hades is going in. That's what the people care about.
Maybe, yeah, maybe one of these.
Okay.
So the big ones will be like 40 foot by like 20 foot. They'll have 2 ponds, sheet pile down the middle just to break them up. And then the smaller ones, obviously, about 20 foot by 20 foot. They'll be for turtles or, I guess, Hades.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking.
There we go. So, but yeah, that'll be a beautiful area just for like the little guys that, you know, I really would just want to set up a bunch of different areas, like those blue tubs, these gray tubs, these natural ponds, just to have so much that, you know, like I've gotten calls during crazy hurricanes from zoos that are just looking to place their animals here during the hurricane for safe keeping. And these will be great for that because these are all Category 5 hurricane rated. So I definitely want to have plenty of empty enclosures just for that reason.
Wow. Well, this is coming a long way. Honestly, these ones here, since it's just natural ponds, they should be done in what, like a month?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
easy.
And then these should be done in the next like 2 months, maybe 3.
Wait, what? No, what? Stop. But back there too, guys, if you want to see that, that's just like the heaping mess of parts. But that is the rescue area. So you can see where that chain link is right there, that pole that runs along, and then down there. So that whole area is going to get new fencing, obviously, for gators, 5 foot high. And then we'll just make it a giant swamp for the little guys, for all the rescue gators. So we'll split it up probably in half, but yeah. All right, guys, well, that wraps up a very, very, very long overdue update.
Yeah, it's been highly requested, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, make sure to see us at Animalcon this weekend. I mean, it's coming up here quick, so when this video gets posted, there's only gonna be a couple more days till Animalcon in Orlando. Make sure to get your tickets. I will put the link in the description below, and we'll see you guys there.
See you guys.